mooks outside the window. Well, all is not lost. Jamie and I have decided that after my trip to Thatcham Community Hospital, when they said I could use just an ankle brace rather than a boot, or a boot, depending on my broken ankle, that we are going to cross the Thames. The reason being for this is that we have a window while Jamie's on holiday of about a week and a half left, and we need to get to the Grand Union to make our way up to get to Milton Keynes. So we leave after the fuel boats come tomorrow, and after we've done a bit of shopping, and I will rest my leg, my dodgy leg, on a stool which Jamie is now putting together. As you can see, he's making good progress. Still, he's done 2 of these before, so he should know how to do them now. And we're hoping that this will be my lifesaver. We'll take it easy. We'll do a maximum of 4 hours a day cruising, and according to the canal route app, we should be there in 5 days, which gives us ample time to come and collect cars and make ourselves at home the other side of the Thames. So good afternoon everybody, it is Thursday, and as we mentioned yesterday, we are on our way to Burfield for the first stop. So Jamie's gone ahead with the dogs to give them a little run. He's untied me, so I'm loose from the side, and as soon as he gives me okay, we will begin our journey. It's about 2.5 hours apparently according to canal route, and I've just realised this is the wrong way round. I'm so sorry. However, we will do Burfield tonight, go to the pub probably, and then tackle Reading tomorrow. See you in a bit. This is our view down to the lock, a 10-minute walk, and it looks like we've got somebody coming towards us, which means that the lock should be in our favour. Keep everything crossed. Just stopping the traffic. Here we go, opening.
Alright.
How you doing?
Okay, Spudlington.
So Jamie is doing the lion's share of everything today, and I have the glorified seat, so I'm just going to help him through the locks. To my stool, and this is where we've come away from. So goodbye Tyle Mill. We loved being with you. Brilliant mooring. Jamie reminded me this was the very first boat we ever looked at back in Devizes Marina.
About 4 years ago?
About 4 years ago?
Yeah, 3-4 years ago.
She's looking a little bit tired now. Swing bridge. We've got 2 more locks left, so it's only a short journey today, really to see how I cope. Summoned help because it is jammed, so I'm about to give my body weight, for all it's worth, to help. So I've just jumped with my heavy weight on the bit, and broken the bridge. No, it was jammed. Anyway, going back to the boat now. Number 3 lock, I think, going down. I've used just surveying the damage. Apparently I whacked the point of the lock entrance when I'm in Cayman. It's a contact sport. Just surveying the damage of the last lock. There you go, contact sport. Coming to stop the traffic again at the Fox and Hounds. Quite beautiful here, I have to say. Oh, he's doing it now, I think. You can hear alarms. How exciting. Best get on the boat. Through the swingy we go. This time no jutting out bits. And I'll pick my husband up on the other side of it. Stop the traffic. Pups, you good girl. Yes, you are. Purposeful blink. Sort of muggy. About 27 degrees. And there's definitely some skate on the water today. Beautiful boat. Side of the lock. It's a beautiful summer's evening. I don't know if you can pick that up, but having a bit of a scraping time today. Obviously not tip top. My ankle is obviously taking away my skills of navigation. This is where we are. Quite sure where it is on the map, but it's quite beautiful. You see the ground is so parched from no water. And there is my dutiful husband who is swearing at me for banging the boat so much. We are at Garston Lock, lock number 102. So we've got one more to do after this and then we should get to the pub underneath the M4.
Comes and I wanna go home. Ba ba bee ba ba bop 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 bop.
So I thought I'd come up the nice quiet end and do some footage up here. What do you think, pup? Good girl. Just gone through underneath the M4, big old bridge. And we've got this bridge and one more lock, and then we need some more. And then we need to find the pub where I can hobble up to. So lovely sitting on the front of this boat. You can see that we're moving from the moving picture on the right hand side, and this is what we're looking at. Look at that. Last lock of the day. Both dogs are out. And here she is. I shall be glad to get to that pub, but this is held out well. So here we are at the Cunning Man for a bit of a drink and a bit of something to eat because it's been a bit of a hectic day. So my darling, how's your day been?
Long. long, and I have lots of repairs to do on the boat, including the Sky satellite receiver dish. So it's been a stressful day, full of bangs, scrapes, requiring sanding, filler, sanding, primer, undercoat, gloss. Battle scars, I think, is the order of the day. I would call myself William Wallace, Braveheart. The battle scars of boating on a river come canal that makes you crap.
Hello everybody, it is Saturday morning and we've had an extra day at Burfield, and all being well we should make the Thames today. Going on the canal route plan, it's saying 2.5 hours. However, I have heard from other boaters that it's quite narrow and very shallow through Reading. So I'm hoping we're going to have a good day, because we could do with a good day. Charlie's all tied up because when we were coming into this landing, he decided that he was going to jump from the boat to the canal path, which wasn't brilliant, and ended up, I couldn't reverse because he was close to the propeller, and the boat in front of us was nearly mullered. They're all ready to go. Elsa's a dream on the boat, doesn't move anywhere, and Charlie just looks most of the time, unless something exciting like a duck comes along, which is the bit we have to tie him up for. This is the seat for today, for me, when I need a rest. Isn't it, Pop? The map is there, engine's on, and wishes to say, but we took a trip to Sonning a couple of days ago to see where we were going. It is absolutely stunning, and I'm sure we're going to see an awful lot more of these type of boats coming up. Brilliant.
Here we are, just past Tyle Mill. We've got 4 locks to do, we're 2 in, 2 more to do.
I said 1 more.
Here's the injured Capitan on a broken ankle.
Quite shallow, isn't it?
Very shallow, yeah. Here we are. Burfield Island Boat Club. Private Moor Moorings. Then we have our anchor ready, chain, nylon rope, whatever it's meant to have, all ready to rock and roll. We've got our life jackets at the ready, just in case something happens with the torrent of the summer pond that is the Thames, not Thames, the Thames, sorry. So just a little bit nervous, as you can see. Compost toilet filling up nicely. But a nice little mooring at the Cunning Man at Burfield Bridge, and my little girl here, little Spud, and our little naughty boy who ran off the boat, dived off the boat with about 6 foot to the bank, missed the bank, and was swimming towards the boat as Sally was mooring up. She couldn't pop it in reverse to slow us down, and we almost had an accident in the boat in front, but we didn't, and we lived to fight another day. So we're all here. However, he is tied up because he's not yet to be trusted, naughty boy.
Here we are at Southcote Lock, and there was a huge pull on the stern as we were coming in. There's people in the lock at the moment, so we've got to reset it. So they've just gone. Jamie's closing the lock now and has got to refill it so that we can go through. But we've got all lines on because this baby was very difficult to bring into land. And I believe the same is true of the next lock. So I'm taking it very slowly on my little ankle, which is protected by a boot. Dogs have just been off. He's a good boy. And it's going to be fun and games today. We're in Southcote Lock now. And we've got a wide beam at the bottom waiting for us, and apparently there's another wide beam on its way, so it's going to be bumper cars with currents. So here we are at Fobney Lock with some very grey clouds up the top. And apparently there's a problem with the gate and we have a queue of people coming up and down, so fingers crossed we'll get through at some point. Apparently there are 2 boats wedged in the lock, so they're now refilling the lock to try and unwedge the boats. It's all fun. Update on the stuck boats in the lock. Apparently there's a great big hole in the bottom of the lock which they're trying to block up with plastic because otherwise they can't fill the lock. Could be here for some time. Apparently it's a load of cubs and scouts, but they've tried to fit a wide in with a narrow, which isn't the best idea. So we're just waiting. Jamie's also advised me that there is quite a strong weir just after the lock, which is the bit I thought was going to be coming up to the lock. So I'm not going to pick him up. I'm going to sail on by and pick him up at a bridge or something, because I don't need any 180 turns. I think we've been here nearly an hour and we're still waiting. And it is open, finally. I think it's going to be alright for us coming down. Well done then. All clear passage for everyone to come through. So we're just about to go in.
Bag over the hole.
Really? Are we ready? Right. Don't push it too far, love. It's going to pull it. I guess this is the easy bit, isn't it? Yeah. Going down. Yeah.
I got them to leave the town.
You did?
Yeah, because they moor at the same marina.
Yeah.
I just dropped them into the building.
Yeah.
So apparently,
Oh, really?
the day when you drive the CRT.
Yes.
Do you want to get a rope off your right?
No, I'm all right. That's fine. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
There's another boat queuing behind that.
Yeah, they're
Two.
lock buddies.
Oh, right.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Start, so I tell everyone. I knew it was going to be a long time.
I know, I was debating whether to do the same thing.
With grass of fuel now, you just think you're going to
I know. Going down. This is the easy bit. Good boy. Good boy.
So the solar boats are here. He can't get away from the gate because it's pulling him forward. I'll assist him.
Somebody caught the other side, which means I'm not going to pick Jamie up, definitely. Good girl. Good girl, Papa. Hi there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go straight past because I think it's going to be quite difficult to get in to pick my husband up. So I'll go bombing on past. Yeah, that's fine. Move, Baba. Move. Can you come in? The lady who's just going past you has got her husband waiting to come in onto the landing strip, so I'm definitely going to go straight past.
Say again.
Lady with grey hair just gone past you. Her husband is hovering, wants to come into the landing strip, so I've definitely said I'm going to skate on past, alright?
The boat here is wedged against the current on the lock, so when the lock's level, I'll pull him back and then you can come through and by.
Yes, but there's a second boat behind though who wants to come on the landing strip.
You crack straight on, yeah?
There's a boat stuck. So I can't really get it. difficult lock, this one, isn't it? Right, I'm going to try and edge round it. Have I got room?
We're okay now, I think. Yeah, that's about okay now.
Yeah?
Not good. It's quite tight round the left.
What you can't see is there was a narrowboat straight in front of me, and Jamie was trying to assist the guy on that boat, pulling the narrowboat back, which had got caught. And then I had to edge past that and pick him up on the way out. So it was all in all, it was a bit of a hectic time.
See you at the next one.
See you at the next one. Are we going round left? We are, aren't we? Yeah. Itself.
Strong flow from left. Yeah, I can see it. Power through.
Yeah. Okay, hubby's just given me a break from driving, and he's helped solo boater on the Fogney Lock. So as I was coming out, I was faced with a narrow boat coming through. These are really nice houses. I have no idea where in Reading we are. I should know, because I used to live here years ago when the boys were tiddly. Tree, fallen tree on the right that was on our app saying avoid it, and we could pass with care, and we are passing with care. Beautifully done. Jamie's just coping with the currents. So we're just moored under the bridge, just about to do Reading Central Lock. All I can say is they were right when they said the current takes you. It's absolutely horrific. Back end of your boat swings round. There's nothing you can do about it. But we're in one piece. We're okay. We are in the lock, and after this we go through the Oracle, which is what you can see in the distance. There is a red light, meaning we have to wait until the coast is clear. That's what we've just come out of. Now waiting patiently for the light to turn green. Jamie's just gone back to close the lock gate while we wait. I think we used to live past here, past the Oracle, so if I can spot it I will tell you where we used to live when I lived in Reading, which was about 6 years. I think this is the boat that's just come through the other way, and they're waiting for the lock, I believe. Pretty little boat.
So it's that high bridge in the distance, the concrete one.
No, it's number 5 bridge, so we just have 3, 4, 5, yeah, that's it.
Right, centre it up. Slow, 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 slow.
Followers behind us. Well, we did the high bridge. I didn't hit the bridge, however, I did clip the wall as we came out. This is all familiar territory to me. Used to walk the boys up and down here when they were toddlers. My great mate Ali. Elliot was in a pushchair at that stage. We used to walk all the way into Reading and all the way home again. We have a flotilla behind us. Anglian Palmer's factory over in the distance. That's the Prudential building just behind it. And another low bridge. Another low bridge. Well done, sweetheart. You can take the train in this one. At least you haven't got a bend on this one. There we are. I know I've rammed you in, haven't I? I know, sweetheart, you've been a good girl. You have. You stay there. You stay. Good girl. You stay. Stay there. All right, Captain. Somebody had said to me 20 years ago, the next time you come down this canal through Reading, you'll do it on a boat and you'll be living on it. I would have laughed in their faces. Big old weir to the left. Danger, keep away. We are. Well, this little beauty came up more quickly than I thought, but this is the final lock of the Kennet and Avon Canal. So we've let the others in before us, which are 2 narrowboats and some canoeists, which in my book takes the pressure off the journey. See, they're turny ones, wheelie ones. I can tell you're in Reading. There's a McDonald's or burger thingy floating down the river. If I was there, I'd pick it up, but I'm not. I'm in here with a broken ankle. I hoofed it out, but there's no bin. And we used to live, when Elliot and Gus were toddlers, well, Gussie was a baby and Elliot was about a year, 18 months. Just before that bridge on the right hand side, there is a road. And I will show you it when we go past. We used to feed the ducks and have lovely walks. Fond memories. And I think it was right up here under this bridge. I could be wrong, but I will have a look. I think it was up that little path just there. That was it. I used to walk down here and feed those little swans. There was a nursery, or there still is I think, just here. And we tried to get Elliot into that, but we couldn't because They were too full, I think. Well, well, takes me back. Off to the Thames we go. All locks done on the K&A, and we've made it to the Thames. And here we're doing a right towards Windsor, Henley, Marlow, not in that order. And on the left you can go to Oxford Lechlade. So really looking forward to this. A bit more width, certainly. Always like a bit of width, girls.
Life on the open sea for me, life on the open sea. Hee hee.
We've made it!
Oh,
So we've picked up speed because we're allowed to now. What's the speed limit, my love?
8 mile an hour, I think.
8 kilometres an hour, I think.
8 knots, knots.
Knots. I can't remember which part this is, whether it's no, it wouldn't be Prospect Park. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember the boys paddling like that little girl is over on the bank. Lots of paddle boarders. Busy day on the Thames. Lots of little wild mooring slots. Somebody in the distance on their wild mooring. But we're on our way to Sonning, where hopefully we're going to rendezvous with our darling Ali. Hubby in his kit. And we are being chased again. Do you know what? It's big for all of us. No wonder people said how marvellous it was on the Thames. It is beautiful. Here we are at Sonning Lock, and because we have a gold licence, it means that we can go on through. At this point, they say if you haven't got a gold licence, you need to get it before you continue. I believe this lock is manned as well, which is always a bonus. Approaching the first big bridge, we go through the middle because it's the biggest. It's a Sonning Bridge, I think.
Oh yeah, under the bridge to the right is the pub.
Yeah, Sonning Bridge. The pub is right by here, but I've just spoken to the lock keeper who told me off for having the engine on. So that's something we've learnt. And all the moorings around here are private, so we're going to carry on and see if we can find a space a bit further up. This is where we wanted to be, but it's all private moorings. So we're going to head up to the end of this queue and hopefully find some wild moorings.